America pulls back from Democrats' culture of death. Our analysis on the apparent demise of the Roe v. Wade decision in tonight's preamble. Today, Chief Justice John Roberts confirmed the authenticity of a leaked draft opinion that states the Supreme Court is poised to overturn the inept and intellectually bereft 1973 Roe v. Wade decision. Justice Roberts ordered an investigation into the unprecedented leak of this draft, a leak he called an, quote, egregious breach of trust, end quote. Now, before I address the potential fall of Roe v. Wade, let me address the leaker. Since the Politico published the story about the leaked draft, debate has swirled as to whether the leaker actually committed a crime here. Circumstances will determine what punishment the leaker is open to. But one thing seems reasonable to me. The leaker wanted to bring undue pressure on the justices by leaking this decision before the court's recess and announcement on decisions in cases in June. The leaker wanted the chaos, violence, and mayhem that is to ensue to intimidate and coerce justices into reversing their decision. If anyone is hurt or killed over this leak, in my judgment, the leaker or leakers has criminal culpability. As to the Roe v. Wade decision of 1973, it has been and remains bad law and a black eye for the High Court. Leftist justices with no concern or care for innocent human life insanely and with no constitutional basis ruled that women have the right to kill their unborn children due to an American's right to privacy? The ruling was absurd, worthy of an infant, a spoiled and undisciplined infant at that. The net effect was to take the abortion debate out of the hands of we the people. Even liberal icon Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said it was wrong of the court to remove our people from this consequential debate. The result of the boneheaded decision was an American culture of death that has snuffed out over 63 million lives since the brainless R versus W decision was handed down. It has also been an unending source of political division in our country. If justices remain true to the draft and Roe v. Wade goes away, you will hear, and you're already hearing, that abortion is going to be outlawed. The GOP will take over Congress and force Joe Biden to sign a bill outlawing abortion in all 50 states. This is, of course, a massive fiction from truly stupid people who populate the halls of MSNBS. The conservative movement just fought a nearly half-century battle to have a debate. We would never dream of repeating the leftist mistakes that the Roe v. Wade decision was by artificially imposing our will through 5 people, the Supreme Court majority. If the Supreme Court finally tells the truth that there is no constitutional right to slaughter your child in the womb, the debate returns to where it always belonged, in the 50 states. In California, for example, they will likely pass their infanticide bill, and though they will get some pushback from the feds in their desire to kill living human beings, rest assured that in California, New York, Washington, Oregon, and other left-wing states where slaughtering children in the womb is celebrated, abortion on demand will remain very legal. Dead, mostly minority babies will be converted into massive political campaign donations courtesy of the butcher shop, Planned Parenthood. But in states like Texas, abortion on demand will become a felony. Abortion exceptions would only be allowed in the case of a threat to the mother's life. In conservative states where children's lives are valued and treasured, degenerates at Planned Parenthood would necessarily be defunded. They will have no ability to turn the slaughter of black and brown babies into campaign cash for lily-white left-wingers like Nancy Pelosi, Lizzie Fletcher, Wendy Davis, Shelley Moore Capito, Susan Collins, and Lisa Murkowski, just to name a few. Lastly, on the faith front, legitimate religions have been battling the sin of abortion since before the disastrous 1973 Roe v. Wade decision was handed down. America's faith community has rightly pointed out that a nation that would defile its future, our children, in such a manner wasn't long for this earth. The filthy, disgusting, subhuman practice of abortion on demand is an affront to nature and nature's God. Already, fake Catholics like Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden have lashed out in fear at the prospect that our children will live safe from the abortionist knife. Hell, Joe Biden was working on forcing all American taxpayers to fund the slaughter of innocent babies in the womb. It is truly a blessing that this evil, brainless, and soulless man who leads a brainless and soulless political party might be denied the ability to do such wholesale damage to the most innocent among us. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called abortion sacred. Seeing wicked people like her defeated will be a blessing for humankind. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to do some praying tonight. I'll thank my Heavenly Father for the first ray of hope for the unborn to shine in nearly half a century. I'll pray to our Heavenly Father to forgive our nation's past transgressions on this front. I'll pray that more families who find themselves unable to conceive children may find a windfall of babies just seeking to be loved in a warm and nurturing family. I'll pray that our culture will relearn the respect for the activity that produces babies, an activity reserved for mindful, loving, and committed adults. And I'll pray that as our nation continues to reject the Democrats' culture of death and in turn enjoy the blessings that will be yielded from that, blessings that will continue to shine in our nation beyond this, beyond our imagining.